I went into the mountains thinking only about meat. That's the truth most men won't dress up. Hunger strips things down to their bones. Winter had already taken mercy off the table. Every breath burned. Every step felt earned. The deer tracks were fresh. That's what kept me moving. One clean shot, enough meat to last weeks. That was the plan. Then the tracks stopped making sense. Blood where hooves shouldn't bleed. Drops at first, then streaks. Human streaks. My hand tightened on the rifle before my mind caught up. Out here, hesitation gets you buried. I followed the blood to the creek. She was half in the ice, half out. Wrists tied behind her back, rawhide cut deep, skin blue from the cold. An Apache woman, alive, barely. Every rule I knew told me to walk away. But when her eyes opened, there was no fear in them, just awareness. Like she was deciding whether I was the end or a delay. I cut the bindings, carried her back, and with every step I knew, whatever came next, I'd earned it. If you're still listening, you already know this wasn't just a rescue. Subscribe now, because mercy always sends the bill later. She woke before the sun. The fire was low, the cabin quiet in that way that makes old memories talk. When she moved, it was fast, too fast for someone that hurt. Pain crossed her face, but she swallowed it whole. She didn't relax when she saw me. She adjusted. I raised my hand. "You're safe," I said, even though out here that word doesn't mean much. She spoke in Apache, soft, controlled. I didn't know the words, but I knew the question. Why am I alive? Because I couldn't leave you. She watched me for a long moment, then lay back down. Days passed slow, measured by firewood, daylight, and pain easing in inches. I cleaned her wounds. She flinched, but she didn't pull away. Trust grows like that. Careful, earned. She told me her name was Nayeli. I told her mine. That was the first fair trade either of us had made in years. At night, the wind screamed through the logs. She sat close to the fire. Once, she traced the scar on my arm. Didn't ask, didn't need to. When she leaned closer, it wasn't planned. It wasn't sudden. It was recognition. Two broken lives finding warmth in the same cold world. Before dawn, reality came back. She told me about her son, taken, alive, held by men who didn't fear God or law. The name landed heavy. Pettigrew. Comment below. Would you have walked away here or saddled up? We rode before the snow finished falling. Talking would have weakened the decision. Tracks led us east. Boot marks, wagon ruts, careless signs left by men who believed no one would follow. She pointed once toward smoke near the creek bend. A camp that didn't fear discovery. That told me everything. I moved wide, sun at my back. 4 men. One pacing like he owned the land. Pettigrew, smaller than his reputation. They always are. The first shot dropped him by the fire. Chaos followed. Shouting, running, panic. I didn't think. I moved. One fell trying to run. Another fired wild. I put him down. Pettigrew tried to bargain. I didn't answer. Silence rushed in after the shot, like it had been waiting. Then I heard her. She ran to the wagon. A small boy crawled out from underneath, dirty, shaking, alive. He didn't hesitate. He went to her like he'd known she would come. I turned away. Some moments don't belong to witnesses. We burned the camp, left nothing worth finding. Stay with me, because the last part isn't loud, but it cuts deeper. I thought the quiet would leave me alone. It didn't. The mountains stayed the same. I didn't. I hunted when I needed to, never for sport. Blood in snow teaches lessons you don't forget. Seasons passed. Then one afternoon, riders appeared on the ridge. Apache. I stood outside the cabin, no rifle in my hands. She was among them, older, stronger. Her son rode beside her. "We live," she said. "That's good," I answered. They didn't stay long. No promises, no explanations, just respect. They rode away. The land took them back. Some winters feed the body, others change the soul. If this story stayed with you, you know why. Subscribe for more stories the West tried to bury. And tell me in the comments, does a man ever really ride away from a choice like that?